She said, "All my friends think you're controlling for not wanting to share me." So I packed her bags. Now she's single like her divorced friends wanted. 3 years of marriage. Emma and I met in college, dated for 2 years, got married at 24 and 26. We had the whole plan mapped out: save for a bigger house, start a family by 30, build something real and lasting. She used to roll her eyes at her single friends' dating horror stories, grateful we had found each other early. "I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that mess," she'd say, curled up next to me on our couch, wedding ring catching the light. Our life wasn't glamorous, but it was ours. I'm an accountant. She works in marketing. We had date nights at chain restaurants, watched Netflix series together, took weekend trips to state parks. Emma used to say she loved how stable our life was compared to the chaos her friends lived in. We were boring and we were happy. Then Sarah got divorced. Sarah was Emma's college roommate, the type who thrived on drama. Her marriage had been a disaster. Constant fighting, cheating accusations, money problems. When it finally ended, Emma started inviting her over for girls' nights. At first, I thought it was sweet. Sarah needed support. I had no idea I was encouraging the demolition of my own marriage. Sarah brought other friends. Lisa, fresh off her own messy divorce and diving into dating apps. Michelle, who cycled through boyfriends like seasonal wardrobes. Suddenly, our quiet Friday nights became girls' nights and Emma was coming home later, full of stories about their adventures. Sarah went on 3 dates this week. Emma told me one Saturday morning she says she's having the time of her life, finally figuring out who she is. Don't you ever wonder what it would be like? With other people, I mean. The question hit me like cold water. Emma, I'm married to you. I don't wonder about other people. But how do you know if you never tried anything else? Sarah says we got together too young, that we never got to explore. I closed my laptop. I don't need to explore. I found what I was looking for. The seed was planted. Over the next few weeks, Emma's personality started changing. New clothes, shorter skirts, lower cut tops. Going out with the girls twice a week, sometimes 3 times. She'd come home with stories about men who hit on them, about how alive they felt. Michelle says marriage is just a piece of paper. Emma announced one evening. She thinks we're too young to be so settled. Marriage is a commitment, I said. It's not just paper. But what if we're missing out on something? I felt something cold settle in my chest. There's nothing wrong with comfortable, Emma. Comfortable is what people spend their whole lives trying to find. Sarah says comfortable is code for boring. Sarah's opinion matters more than your husband's. The conversations kept coming. Emma would relay her friends' philosophies like she was discovering profound truths. I started dreading her nights out. She'd come home buzzing with new ideas, new doubts, new criticisms of our life together. The woman who used to appreciate our stability now saw it as a prison. The breaking point came on a Thursday night in March. "We need to talk," Emma said, sitting on the edge of our bed. "What if we tried something new? Like opening things up." "Opening what up?" "Our marriage. Just to see what's out there." I set down my book. "Emma, we're married. We already found what's out there. But how do we know if we never experienced anything else?" Sarah says, "I don't care what Sarah says." Emma's eyes flashed. "That's the problem. You dismiss everything I bring up. You won't even consider it." "Consider what?" "Cheating on each other." "It's not cheating if we both agree to it." I stared at her. This woman, who used to plan our future children's names, was asking me to share her with strangers. "Emma, do you remember what you wanted 6 months ago?" "People change, Jake." "Sarah thinks you're controlling me." "I'm not controlling you. I'm married to you." That's exactly what a controlling person would say. I realized I wasn't talking to Emma anymore. I was talking to Sarah, Lisa, and Michelle through Emma's mouth. "Emma, these are your friends talking, not you. Maybe they see things I can't. Or maybe they want you to be as miserable as they are." "They're not miserable. They're free." "Free to what?" "Look at your advisors, Emma. Sarah, divorced after 3 years. Lisa, can't keep a relationship longer than a month. Michelle, 30 and never committed to anything. You want relationship advice from them? Emma stood up, pacing. At least they're living their lives. Is that what you think we're doing? Hiding. I think we settled before we knew what we wanted. I knew what I wanted. I wanted you. I wanted us. Well, maybe I want more. The silence stretched between us. What exactly are you saying, Emma? I'm saying maybe we should see other people. While figuring out what we really want, I already know what I want. I want to be married to someone who wants to be married to me. You won't even try. Try what? Try being okay with being your backup plan. She left the room. I heard her on the phone in the kitchen, probably calling Sarah. The next morning, Emma was cold and distant. I'm going to think about what you said, she told me, about being married to someone who wants to be married to me. Maybe you're right. Maybe we want different things. Over the next few days, Emma stayed out later, came home less. Talked to me even less. She was making a point. Then came the announcement. I'm going to Vegas with the girls next weekend, Emma said, not looking up from her phone. Emma, we can't afford Vegas. We're saving for the house. I'm going to live my life. I knew this wasn't about Vegas. This was about Emma testing the waters, seeing how it felt to be single again. So this is how you want to handle our marriage problems? By running away to Vegas. Maybe I will sleep with someone else. Maybe I need to know what I'm missing. Then you'll know as a single woman. Are you threatening me? I'm telling you how this works. You want to sleep with other people. Do it. But not as my wife. You're being controlling. I'm being married. There's a difference. Emma's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, then back at me. All my friends think you're controlling for not wanting to share me. Maybe they're right. Share me. Like she was a toy, a resource to be distributed. Share you. I repeated, Emma, we're married. We don't share each other. That's such an outdated way of thinking. Then explore. But not as my wife. I walked to our bedroom and started packing her suitcase. Jake, stop. What are you doing? I'm helping you explore. Your friends think I'm controlling. They can have their friend back. I was just talking. I didn't mean it. You were telling me what you think. And I heard you. Emma grabbed my arm. But I don't want a divorce. You want to date other people. I want to be married. We want different things. You're being dramatic. You want to share yourself with other men. I want a wife who's mine alone. We're incompatible. Emma started crying. I just wanted to talk about it. We did talk. You said your friends think I'm controlling for not wanting to share you. But I love you. You love me enough to cheat on me. That's not love, Emma. That's convenience. I finished packing and set the bag by the door. You don't have to leave tonight. But you need to decide what you want. If you want to be married, be married. If you want to be single, be single. But you can't be both. I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you asked me to share you. She grabbed her keys. I'm going to Sari's. Good. She's the one who wanted this. Emma slammed the door. I sat in the sudden quiet, feeling hollowed out but oddly peaceful. She chose wrong. I didn't hear from Emma for 3 days. On Monday, I called a divorce attorney. She's abandoned the marital home, David Morrison said. That works in your favor. I signed the papers that afternoon. The text started Tuesday. We need to talk. Then, I miss you. Then, I made a mistake. I blocked her number. She tried calling from other phones. I blocked them all. 2 weeks later, Emma showed up at my office. Tell security I don't have a wife. I told my assistant. Emma didn't give up. She cornered me at the grocery store weeks later. I was confused, she said. My friends gave me bad advice. The same friends who said I was controlling. They don't understand what we had. They understood perfectly. They wanted you single like them. I see that now. Can we try again? I looked at her. Emma had lost weight, had dark circles under her eyes. She was wearing clothes I'd never seen before. Try what? You wanted to explore. How's that going? It's horrible, Jake. The men are awful. They just want sex and then disappear. That's the thing about advice from divorced people. Consider the source. Where are they now? Your advisors. Emma's shoulders sagged. Sarah's dating some guy from a bar. Lisa got back with her ex. Michelle said I was bringing down the group synergy. So they got what they wanted. You're single and they moved on. I don't want to be single. I'm not married to you anymore, Emma. Jake, please. I'll do anything. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to be happy. I'm not happy without you. You weren't happy with me either. That's why you wanted to share yourself with strangers. I was wrong. Maybe. But you were honest. I don't want to be married to someone who sees me as controlling for wanting exclusivity. I don't want to be married to someone who takes relationship advice from people who can't maintain relationships. Emma was crying now. What can I do? You can't fix this. You asked me to share you. You can't unask that. So that's it. You're throwing away 3 years. I'm protecting what's left of my self-respect. I hate them for what they did to us. They didn't do anything to us, Emma. They gave you advice. You chose to take it. But if I hadn't listened, if you hadn't listened to them, you would have listened to someone else eventually. The problem wasn't the advice. The problem was that you wanted to take it. I left her there, crying over the wreckage of a marriage she'd demolished with her own hands. The divorce was finalized 6 months later. Emma contested it, but abandoning the marital home made it straightforward. I got the house and my freedom. Sarah's boyfriend dumped her after 2 months. Lisa's reconciliation lasted 3 weeks. Michelle moved to another city. Emma tried reaching out over the years. Birthday texts, holiday messages. I never responded. I'm remarried now. Jennifer is a teacher, steady and kind and completely uninterested in exploring anything except our future together. Why would I want to share you? She says when the topic comes up, you're mine. That's the difference between a woman who values what she has and a woman who's always wondering what she's missing. I heard Emma never remarried. She dates, but nothing sticks. Apparently, she has trust issues now, can't understand why men won't commit. She learned the hard way that the dating market is cruel to women who threw away good men for excitement. I don't feel sorry for her. She got exactly what she asked for, the freedom to explore. She just discovered that what she was missing wasn't better than what she had. Sometimes I wonder if Emma remembers that night in March when she asked me to share her. Does she remember the look on my face? Does she remember her exact words? Does she realize that was the moment our marriage ended? I hope she does. Those words cost her everything. As for me, I'm exactly where I wanted to be 3 years ago. Married to someone who chose me, building something real and lasting. The only difference is that now I know how rare it is to find someone who values what we have instead of wondering what they're missing. Emma thought she was too good for boring and stable. Now she's single and unstable, and I'm boring and stable with someone who appreciates both. Turns out I wasn't controlling after all. I was just married to the wrong person.